Yes, I'm a YouTuber and I want to get paid. So why would I not call that individual's name? Yeah, man, we call him name because we want to make money. So whoever knows him, and I tell him, say, we want to make money. So we are calling him name. I wonder what type of CPM does Andrew Holness's name attract? Is it, well, I don't know. Is it a $10 CPM, a $20 CPM, a $30? Or does it range in, the high ranges of finance going from $30 to $80? What kind of CPM does Andrew Holness's name attract? And it's for all the political persons who are going to, yeah, call the man name for get views. Yes, me I call him name for get views. So doesn't he isn't he the Prime Minister because he wants to get paid? Well, I am calling his name because I want to get views. So who don't like it, do not watch my channel. Simple as that. But if you like it, because at the end of the day, we're not telling any lies. Whatever I say here about the individual, it's true. So what do you think about that, people? Do you think I should continue calling his name to get views? I don't know. Tell me what you think. Yeah, people, go in the comment section and tell me your thoughts. You think it is worth it to call this individual's name to get views? Yeah, people want to get views, so we're definitely calling his name. Tell me what you think. I really would like to know what are your thoughts on this. Because people is a strange thing, People always want, well, on the man. But seriously, people, you think we should have called him name to get views or not? Do you think it is fair? But then again, he decided to become the leader. So if you become the leader, that means right now you're fair game for calling him. And people, tell me what you think about Andrew Holness. Just go right in the comment section and tell me what you think about Andrew Holness. And we're going to call him name. And we have business. You see what I say? I wonder if... I wonder if he more... I must at least would know still. But you think he would have jump on the channel? You think he would have call the channel name? I wonder if he want to call the channel name. Andrew Holness. So I want to know if you're brave enough to call the channel name. Because remember, I can say things that you cannot say. I am not up for political criticism. So it's my channel and I am free to talk what I feel like I want to talk. But can you do the same? So, things that we want some of the money to. I want some of the money to, so we're going to call your name. So what you say? Do you want to go to some forum or on some, some kind of seminar or you get invited to some place and you're going to be like, oh, we not call up we name for get views. Yes, man. I have heard you saying that, but you never call a channel name. So maybe you can call our channel name this time and tell people that we're calling your name to get views. Because yes, we're doing that. We definitely want the views. So we want to know, are you going to call our channel name? Because we are definitely calling your name because we want to get views. And we have a whole heap of things we're going to get into, because there's a lot. Because if you did not give us anything to talk about for people to get views from, we would never have called your name. And the people, how this are going right, that's how somebody do. Because I think this had something to do with the individual on the screen. There are two individuals, but one that is known, the one that is in the box. Yes, the individual that is in the box. Because we want him call the channel name so we can make some money too. People want to... By the way, want to know him? If you don't know him, tell him to call the channel name. Just tell him to call the channel name. I bet so we're rich by a morning. Yeah, man, just tell Andrew Holness to call the name. call the channel name and we reach by a morning. So I say, I will not have to call back him name again. Just tell him, say, yo, just call the channel name. I will reach by a morning and we nobody call back him name again. We know somebody I got to take the thing for your gimmicks thing, but who cares? Now our channel and our views, man. Yeah, man, we talk forget views. Because politicians talk forget money, so why me can't talk forget views? Can somebody explain that to me? And the people, I see something go on right I say, I see something happening with the channel. By the way, people, tell me, how are you doing today? Today or Tuesday? Yeah, people, what's going on today? Because we call Andrew Holness name to get views, because we have a question still. By the way, what's going on with that website? supportjamaica.gov.jm. What's really going on? Who got that donation money? And why do you have a third party managing a .gov website? And also, why is there no toilet tissue or limited amount of toilet tissue or toilet paper in the hospital? Doesn't that create some unsanitary kind of conditions? Or why persons going to the hospital have to bring their own bed sheets? Or why is there no aspirin at the university hospital and others? And why is the doctor's quarters in such a unsanitary state? Where recently I heard junior doctors talking about a situation where there is sewage, open sewage running through where they have to rest during their shifts. So it's so bad that they're on a 12-hour shift today. Tomorrow they're on an 8-hour shift. Next day a 12-hour, then an 8-hour shift. But then they have to be encountering or walking over raw sewage. Honestly, I am telling you this. If I was a doctor, I am not staying there. I am not working in that type of environment. Andrew Holness would have to do it himself. Honestly, I'm telling you, I would not be doing that, and nobody could ever convince me to do that. But to each his own, because I can tell you that would definitely not be me. But people, this is so strange. And like me say, I call him name for get views, and that is definitely it. So whoever wants to, say that's what we're doing, we're acknowledging it. That's exactly what is happening right now. So, but is there something wrong with doing that? Yeah, people, go in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. What do you think about those situations that are currently happening in Jamaica? A hospital without basic things. Person doing surgery have to bring their own materials, gloves and all of that stuff. There's a lot more, but just some of the basic ones I am mentioning. Have you ever heard anything like that in any other country? It might sound strange, but you better believe it's true. This is Jamaica. Yeah, one of those strange kind of things. It might sound unbelievable, but better believe it. Yeah, to the point where travel advisory and all that from other countries because of what's going on. So like I say, people, I call them name to get views, So you see, for all the political people, them who is going to be like, yo, you call up the man name to get views. Yeah, we are do it. So what? We're not going to do something about it. So we call up him name to get views. So what? Same man a public figure. I couldn't feel like a pay we want to get to. Him not talk for get free money. So we talk for get our money to that, me I tell you. So here one of them if you like up the live stream and share it out, because we call him name for get views and get money. Simple as that, people. And the people. Let me see. Nobody drop no comment now. I chat it. People, go ahead and drop a comment, man, and tell me Oh, no, up to. And by the way, where are you all watching me from? Let me see some car. This thing, now work like I did want. Look like I forgot to take up my laptop. Never wanted that, you know. But it looks like that's what I'm gonna have to do. Because for some reason, this thing is not working the way how I want. But in the end of the day, we're calling Andrew Holness' name to get views. And that's what it is. So I want to tell him so we're there. So I want to tell him so we're there on YouTube. I call him name to get views. Because Andrew Holness, that is exactly what we're doing. And there is literally nothing you can do about us calling your name to get views. But I bet say you not call with name. Because if you call my channel name Rich by a morning, see me I say. So Andrew Holness, why you call with name? Because we're going to get some views. Because we have a whole heap more things to talk, you know. But for now, we mention the hospital them, you know, the deplorable conditions of the hospitals and that website. Oh, the bad road them too. Andrew Holness, what are you doing about the bad roads in Jamaica? And now what's the way I calling him to get views, you know, because all of what we're saying, it's true. So whether we're doing it for views or not, it's true. People look like I forgot. Turn on my laptop. I didn't want to do it, but because we are doing it for money, I forgot to turn on our laptop. Anyway, people, so how are you doing today? Tell me where you're watching me from. And are you a supporter of 1 p.m. or you say 2 p.m. or you say 10 p.m.? I don't even know what the hell that means about 1 p.m. I mean 1,300 hours? You mean 1 o'clock? I don't understand this. What do you mean when them say 1 p.m.? So it's only 1 p.m. that individual is the leader of the country. You don't even know, because more time them people are sound like they're confused. You see what I say? I don't even know. Because people are just weird more time when it come to politics, you know. Yeah, man, I turn on my laptop and see where I'm going over here. So people, I feel hungry. I feel like I eat some curry goat. What want to say? Curry goat and rice and peas. I want to say curry goat with white rice. I want to say 2 patty. What want to say? Going at the comment. We not beg Andrew Holness no food. We make sure we make that clear. Cause you know you can have some little eat that. You see me? So we not work that. We just call Andrew Holness name because we want to make some money. So tell him say we call him name because we want to get views. Yeah, man. And ask him if he's brave enough to make an appearance on the channel. Big up yourself, young T. You know, go on. Yeah, man, we are calling Andrew Holness name because we want to get some views, you know. So we not hide it. We are calling him name because we want to get views and we want to make money. See what I say? So there's a call up him name and I say, who not? Yeah. Yeah, man, definitely, man. You don't know, so we always are checking, you know. We always are checking. Always are checking to see if you are there on the, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, so people, young teaser, YouTube channel where you know them when they speak all kind of knowledge and, you know, information that you probably would not get anywhere else. Probably not even on Jamaica Nomad TV, because, you know, we cover our own type of thing that we cover, and, you know, Young T do his own thing. So in the night time, you know, around about the 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11, 12 o'clock Jamaica time, the man just check in about that time and you will always see Young T over there doing his thing, you know. Information that, you understand? Yeah, man. Information or so some type of topics that other YouTubers might be very apprehensive to cover, but You know, Young T, bravery in overdrive. Yeah, man, so definitely join in on that conversation. And like Mr. People, we are definitely calling Andrew Holness' name to get views. So somebody somebody can go and tell him that we are calling his name to get views. And if he wants to join the channel, if he wants to join in on the discussion, he's definitely welcome to do so. We might ask him some difficult question, but we are calling him name to get views. You understand what I say? That some people probably think I really care about any politician, and I really don't care about no politician. So if I wasn't getting views, I wouldn't call him name. But me I get views, so me I call him name. Simple as that. Yeah, man, but at the end of the day, I am not lying. I'm not telling any lies. That is the next thing to, you know. So while I am calling his name to get views, we have some serious questions to ask the individual. And like I said, not the one with the headset, but the one in the box. Yes, the one in the box. We have some questions to ask him. Why does the junior doctors have to encounter with sewage inside their quarters in between their shifts? And would you work in sewage if you're not into waste management? I doubt if they even have proper gears. I mean, because just think about it. You're in those quarters. A matter of fact, wow. Just imagine something. Well, then again. So we get a Elvat Club. What's up? Big up yourself. Thanks for coming, you know. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, man. I wonder, let me see. I remember that name. I wonder if I could see what go on. Yes, I could see what go on. How are you doing today? Is this your first time here on Tropical Nomad TV? Yeah, it looks like it's first time here, and definitely appreciate you checking in and dropping a comment. So by the way, what are your thoughts about Andrew Holness? So we're calling his name to get views and money, but we're still having a serious conversation. So tell me your thoughts about Andrew Holness. Do you think he's doing a good job or not? Do you think he's managing the economy well? Do you think he's managing Jamaica well? What are your thoughts? And by the way, where are you watching me from? Because, you know, I am here wondering. The politicians talk to get their money. But why is it that it's a problem when YouTubers decide that they want to talk to make their own money? I don't understand this. Because we're not doing anything illegal. But I even heard one politician say that social media is one of the worst things that could have been designed or discovered. I don't even remember the name, what the politician said. People look like me if but on the 21st, no, that's a long time. Because I just get a invitation, but no, that's a different thing still. So I'm a Microsoft Office 365 subscription has been renewed. Alright, people, I'm email me there checking up. Me need some T-Mobile credit. I wonder who wants to send me some T-Mobile credit. Anyway, people, let me say a different thing. That's the we need some T-Mobile credit. Who wants to send me? You know this, I never say digital. I never say flow. Yeah, man, we need some T-Mobile credit. Anyway, people, we not beg no credit still. As I just said that, but we're definitely not asking anyone for any phone credit. We're just calling Andrew Holness' name because we want to get views. Definitely acknowledging that. I wish he that this come over here, so I talk about. So hold on, me tell you, say me ask Andrew Holness some money. Come on, for me chat. I want to the idiot, yeah, man. You don't know about YouTube. Yeah, man, where you come to me, well, Andrew Holness can't give incompetent people money. So, you know, if he say you incompetent to come on my channel and think that I am asking Andrew Holness some money, you never know, say YouTube pay people to. You never know that? Oh, you never hear about ad revenue. You know, say I fling him out of the chat. Fling him out of the chat in about. Make him go and stay still. Hopefully him learn something. Maybe, I don't know if it's a him or her or it or whatever it can be classified as. But yeah, YouTube actually pays people. Just remember that. This is a media entity. You see the ads them? You see while you're watching YouTube and the ads come up? Yeah, maybe while you were entering the chat, there was an ad played. When that ad played, I get money from it. The advertisers pay YouTube to pay me. The advertisers pay per 1,000 views. And based on those 1,000 views, I get a portion of it each time you view any of those ads. So, depending on where you're watching from in the world. Alright, so if you're watching from a tier 1 country, places like, the US, UK, Canada, other parts of Europe like Switzerland, Germany, and so on. Even in Australia and New Zealand, those are tier 1 countries. And you have tier 2 countries. What would be considered a tier 2 country? I'm not even sure what we consider, but Jamaica is somewhere between lower tier 2 and upper tier 3 and so on. So that's what pays. So I am not asking Andrew Holness or any money. So don't feel like me. You feel like some girl and a big boy in the money I want to with us. I call him name for get money. But want him call my channel name and see if me no rich by a man in. That me I tell you. Because I don't know how I'm to know. Alright, big up yourself. Bad job. Watching from Philadelphia. Big up yourself, Watching from Philadelphia, I'm at Topic Studio. Yeah, man, big up yourself, man. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Thank you very. Oh, wow. Saying you personally. Sorry. Yeah, this is YouTube, It's all fun and games, You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Bad job watching from Philadelphia. Oh, you say he's doing a bad job. Big up Philadelphia. Yeah, man. Pennsylvania, big up to the PA. Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Thank you very much for coming. So why do you think he's doing a bad job? Maybe it were controversial. Yeah, definitely. That's what it is. You know what I mean? I never take these political things serious. I mean, there are certain things that affect the country a lot. And those topics, I'm very passionate about those. While there are others like, it's either here and there. I mean, when we hear about funds being, and I am not saying because I have no direct evidence of this. No concrete evidence or nothing has been proven in court. But when you hear about, and I'm not, hurling any allegations against the Prime Minister. Not directly, of course not. But when you hear about funds being misappropriated and, all type of things where Jamaican people will loosely call thieving. Yeah, I am not pleased about those things. So them topic there, definitely, when you hear about the actions of the security forces, the unprofessional and I would say savage actions of the security forces. Definitely, I am not pleased with those things. But generally, political things, we don't really take them super serious like that. Yeah, man, we don't really take those things that serious. Jamaica, me there, Where's you? Alright, so Smith 677. I greatly apologize for that. I hope you accept my apology, but I can't send you the address, man. I make you send the box. Yo, I see that you're being very poetic, but you know sometimes you're here on social media. You can't, especially when covering these types of topics. Sometimes you can't let persons come on your platform and say some things because it might get to the point where persons might feel like they want to chase you off social media. So before it gets to that point, because there are other times that I'm covering certain other topics and persons enter the chat, and as soon as they enter the chat, they start to hurl all sorts of insults when I am simply just covering a topic. So that's what it is. But no love lost. Yeah, man. So big up yourself, because whoever it is comes to the chat, we always appreciate, especially when you leave a comment. So I definitely apologize for that. But you don't know. All right. Well, me agree with that. I definitely agree with that. But some poor people or some persons who call themselves poor, they tend to not agree with that. I guess they love to go and collect $5,000 and love to collect a box of KFC and all of that. One time I saw where I said, but this is so disrespectful. I saw this politician during an election season. Strangely, I actually know that politician's son. We lived on the same hall in college. Won't say which college it is, but anyway, we lived on the same halls of residence in college. So, same father came inside and mothers with some people come and buy patties, and he had his workers with him, and he was buying like a box of patties for them, and I'm like, so you have these people running up and down and you can only buy them a patty. And I'm like, hold on, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with eating a patty, but you have these people running up and down and doing all sorts of things out there for you, and you can only give them a patty. What is this? And I guess in the rare instance, they might give them some KFC. And I'm like, but so shouldn't I be able to buy my own KFC? But maybe that's the reason why they like to keep the people poor. So that they when they get one patty, they would be so appreciative of it, not realizing that, hey, maybe you could buy your own patty. Maybe you could buy your own KFC. But then again, this is Jamaica, where many times persons don't think too highly of themselves, because when you're calling the politician your boss and you don't realize that it's your money actually paying this politician, how the politician become your boss when you are the one who hired them? You are the one who voted for them. The people can't articulate enough, so insult is their weapon. All right, exactly what it is. Because it was recently, what topic I'm trying to remember? Let me see which topic. Let me check which topic I was covering. Like I said, it's just politics you're talking about. Because at the end of the day, some persons will agree with what the leader does and some persons will not agree. And I was just, covering the topic. And they came inside, let me see, which one are the topics? Oh yeah, I was talking about the World Cup. I was asking who sent Andrew Holness to the World Cup. And the person came on the chat and they were saying, yo, 1 p.m, a bad were bad. And I'm like, hold on there. So you are there supporting your leader who you think would be, the better leader, for the better of the two leaders who contested the election. The leaders of both major political parties who contested the election. And you would think this individual is the better one. And you are supporting your leader by saying a bad or bad? Like who? I am here trying to discuss this topic. I ask simply, who sent him to the World Cup? Like, you know, and discussing things like who paid for the trip and all that. But then someone coming in there trying to talk about who bother. Like, what? So you have you ever seen any self-respecting leader of any country, any first world country, which I guess those are the countries we would want to emulate, portraying badness? I mean, even the baddest countries in the world, which we know which countries those are. I'm not even going to mention them, but we know those countries. But then there's never a time when those leaders try to make it seem like they are bad, they are quote unquote better than anyone else. Just imagine you see the leader of the United States, won't even call his name, but whoever it is, because I mean there are different leaders at different points in time. Just imagine you see them going around with different gang members. How inappropriate would that look? But then we can see that persons here are actively supporting political leaders in Jamaica and at the same time trying to tell us how bad they are. Why would you come on my live stream with something like that? All right, so let me check out the chat. All right, I realize people are the government. All right, true. Smith 677, Toronto native, big up to the T that. Alright. Dunson, licky. Yeah man, a true man. A true. Yeah man, a true Smiths. It's definitely true, man. Because right now, I am here talking about this, and I can bet you that some people are going to be so, oh yeah, call up the man name, but what's wrong with me calling his name? I mean, he decided that he wanted to have a public life. If he wanted a private life, he would not have become the PM. So it's as simple as that. Do not engage in a public life if you do not want public criticism. Because look, I can bet you that if the PNP had won the last election, persons would be here criticizing them. I mean, might be I'd be here criticizing them. And guess what? At the end of the day, that's just a part of the job. Because how can you expect, because everyone is going to have their own opinion. Clearly everyone did not vote for you. So seeing that everyone did not vote for you, persons are and even if someone voted for you, they might not be in agreement with every decision you made. So why not allow persons to, state their opinion? Maybe someone states their opinion and it even gives you an idea of how you can do things better the next time. But instead, it's always like, oh, yeah, fight against, like, really? But did you realize that the countries whose citizens act in this manner are, I mean, it's somewhat, it would be some, I mean, you could look at it and say it's a bit embarrassing, but then look at the African nations. Look at when they have their elections. You see the types of things that typically happen in many, I'm not saying all, but in many African nations. And it seems like this is the path that Jamaica is always on for some reason, and in this 5-year period, it's not only during the election season, even after the election season, persons are still acting in this manner, going around, yo, me no like no PMP, me no like no Labour right, the Labour right them this and the Labour right them that. But I have a question. Maybe if there are any of those types of supporters are here. All right, so I guess they like sports, all right? So when our athletes are running at the Olympics or the World Championships, all right, well, no, not Carifta, because Carifta would be generally kids, but Olympics and World Championships, do they ask what party those athletes support before they decide if they want to, if they want to support those or if they want to cheer for those athletes? Or when you go to a restaurant, do you ask if the owner, the cashier, or even the person serving you, do you ask if those persons are supporters of your political party before you decide that you want to purchase food from that restaurant? I doubt if they do. Or better yet, if you're sick and you go to the doctor, do you ask the doctor if they are? So why do Jamaicans, many Jamaicans, I won't say all, but many Jamaicans act in that manner? Like, why is it so important? Like, oh yeah, labor right, yeah, really, the energy that you take to do things like that, there's so much more you could do. And many of these politicians, I'm not saying all, but many of these politicians are friends, especially the ones within like a certain age group. So let's say the ones that are in their 40s and 30s, they might be friends. They probably went to high school together. They probably went to college together. You know, in Jamaica, there are other universities, but there are two major universities in Jamaica. Many of these persons went to college together. They probably even lived on the same hall together. And you're going to tell me that you're going to be hurling insults and perhaps even threatening your fellow countrymen for persons who perhaps are friends. It is quite incredible when you hear things like this happening. You have to wonder about these persons. All right, go read this. Read the Constitution. The citizens have privileges, not rights. All right. Jamaica is in the Americas. Yeah, man. Africa is destabilized, so resources, so that is a... All right, but guess what? The destabilization could not have worked if Africans were not involved. Because if Africans refuse to engage in certain types of activities, I am sure that this could not have worked. And we heard about a similar thing that happened before I was born. The 1980 election, or 1970s leading up to the 1980 election. We heard, I don't know, but we heard of things like that happening in Jamaica. But guess what? Most of the things that happened, or if not all, it had to be perpetuated by Jamaicans. So it doesn't matter how much influence you got from outside. Who decided to carry out these acts? It would be Jamaicans. Similar to Africa. It doesn't matter how much influence an outside force has, unless they are going to be on the ground. And that would be a totally different thing. So it shows that the persons in these countries, all right, do you think that anyone could go to, I don't know, someplace in Europe and try that? Do you think it would work? I mean, how do you think you could influence any person from Europe, any one of those countries? Or maybe you could influence one, but do you think you could influence the masses of the people to engage in certain types of activities? Highly doubt it. So when Jamaicans travel, they change for the better. All right, that is it. That is another thing too. So sometimes it could even be the opportunities that persons get when they travel, or they get to see a better life. So they're in a situation where, things begin to look better. The system works better. All right. So for example, you're walking around Kingston, downtown Kingston, and you see lots of garbage on the streets. You see persons urinating all over the place, and the place not smelling good. But guess what? You take those same Jamaicans to the US. All right, let's use New York, and let's use Manhattan. All right, the tall buildings and all that. Do you see any Jamaicans in Manhattan throwing garbage on the ground or peeing in any corners. You don't see them doing things like that. And the reason for this is the resources are there for them to. So, for example, there are so many bins around. So you're in Manhattan and you have some garbage. There's a bin somewhere there that you can easily put your garbage in. There's bathroom facilities all around the place. So I mean, and also let's stick to talking about Manhattan. You can go in any restaurant or generally most business places and get to use their bathroom. But in Jamaica, you want to use a bathroom, you're going to hear that. Let's say you go inside a restaurant. You hear that you have to buy something inside the restaurant in order to use the bathroom. Or in some instances, you have some other, what they call public bathrooms, that you have to pay to use the bathroom. So why would you put that barrier to persons keeping the place clean? So a limited number of garbage bins and bathroom facilities that one has to pay in order to access. Do you expect the place is gonna be clean? So imagine every time you want to use the bathroom, you have to pay. And this is a normal bodily function that you cannot. It's like you're placed in a situation where it's like, so where do you think that human waste is gonna end up? Right on the street. And even if one is willing to pay, you might not even be able to find a bathroom because it's so few and far in between. That you guys probably create laws to stop those barriers instead of come. Well, that's the thing about it. The parliamentarians, the member of parliaments who we elect and who the leader of the respective parties decide to choose as ministers, they should be the ones to create laws that ensure that the place is operated properly. I mean, shouldn't there be a thing where it's mandatory that these restaurants and these stores, they have to allow persons from the public to use their facilities, bathroom facilities and so on? I'm not saying the government has to build public bathrooms, but just ensure that these please. You think I could be in the US and go inside any McDonald's or, I don't know, McDonald's, KFC, Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, whichever one of them, Burger King, anyone, Wendy's, whatever, and I'm approaching a bathroom and the security is there to ask, did you buy something? That can never happen. You just walk in and use the bathroom, as simple as that. But in Jamaica, you try that, it's like, oh, where is your ticket? So, oh, my ticket have anything to do with, oh, so you're not a customer, so you can't use the bathroom. So the weird thing about it, so when that person who is denied the opportunity of using the bathroom, or denied using the bathroom, they go outside and they decide that they are going to pee right in front of that place, how many customers are they going to lose because the place is not smelling as good as they would want? And the thing is that the government don't see things like this. Yeah, people. All right, I hear what you're saying, Smith, but when one goes to use the bathroom, I mean, you're going to, they're talking about your right. You just want to use the bathroom right at that moment. That is the thing about it. Because by the time you get to talk to someone, the security is going to be like, oh, you can't use the bathroom and all that, all right? Probably you have to wait 10 minutes to get to talk to a manager. What are you going to do in that time when you want to use the bathroom? And the manager might not even know either. So you might have to go to a higher level than just the manager. So that's the thing about it. But so one of the weird things is that when these leaders or these politicians travel to other countries, they see how these other countries operate. So why do they not want their country to be like that? And I always ask, because even on some previous live streams, I always ask, see an individual on the screen in the box. I always ask that individual then a shame. Him not shame when him go enough up himself around some people who feed them country around good. You understand me? I say, I don't see no garbage on the street in those other countries. I don't see no bad road in those other countries. I don't hear of persons going to the hospital and can't even get aspirin. I don't hear of doctors in those other countries' hospitals have to be navigating raw sewage going from the ward to their quarters. I even heard that inside their quarters. I don't hear of those countries. Nurses have to be performing procedures on the floor. I don't hear of that happening in those other countries. So that individual up on the screen, Andrew Holness, me attack, the same person who me I call him name forget views and money. That same individual, because I true me attack anyway. Him no feel shame when him there around them people don't look on him away. Just imagine, you go out dressed very well. Whatever brand you wear, whether you wear Louis or you wear Gucci or you wear Giuseppe or whatever you want to wear. And you're out to show off yourself, meet some people, but in your house look like a rat nest. And somebody happen to see a video in your house or something. How you would have feel? Matter of fact, they don't even have to see that. But how would you feel when you know these persons' houses look like palaces? And it's the same kind of thing. It's the same kind of thing happening in Jamaica. Because this individual who want to know if he's not shame some of the time them when he's around these persons. All right, that is the thing now. That is the thing, you know. Because when you look at all these other... All right. By the way, you know, recently I did a video where I spoke about the per capita income of Jamaica compared to the rest of the Caribbean. And Jamaica has one of the lowest in the Caribbean. And I have to wonder, like, wait. So Jamaica that has so many resources, natural resources that is, has the lowest per capita income. And this is in response to Smith 677's comment. And sometimes you have to wonder, do you blame the people or do you blame the politicians? But in this instance, you have to blame the people because the people are the one who is working for this money. Like, why would you work for this kind of money? When you hear the politicians taking a 300% pay increase and getting, I don't know, close to 25 million or in some instances over 25 million, but per year, and persons are getting 18,000, is it 18 or 17? I don't even know what it is right now, but 17,000 per month. Why would you accept that? But persons seem to be okay with it and keep getting up and talking about 1 p.m., 1 p.m., 1 p.m. Because whatever persons want to say about what happened in the last election, there are persons who voted for 1 p.m. That is what I am saying. There had to be persons who voted for 1 p.m. And some of those persons are some of those same poor people who were tricked. They were told that we are going to increase minimum wage to 32,000 per week. And up to now, how much is there right now? Because they claim that it would have been an incremental, but if the first increase was $1,000, how long is it going to take to get to 32,000? Yeah, I guess it will eventually get there, but when? And by the time it get there, what will be the value of 32,000? People, it's just a weird thing. Exactly, because some persons seem to be happy with these types of wages, and it is just unbelievable. It is just very strange. But like we said, we are calling him to get views and money, because he's giving us things to talk about. Because all of this is true. Not telling any lies on the individual. So whoever wants to go and tell that individual that we are calling his name. Yes, we are calling his name to get views. I could just repeat that. Yes, Andrew Holness, we are calling him to get views. So if you want to call with channel name, we'd appreciate it, because but I reach by a morning still. Probably not, but yeah, whole heap of people that could watch your channel still. But on a serious note though, the roads are in an atrocious condition. The hospitals are bad. The wages are very low. And no one seems to be saying anything about this person. Seems to be very happy. At some point, they seem to even be worshipping that individual. Yeah, man. Yeah. As a matter of fact, there are even some YouTube channels where it seems like persons are suggesting that the individual, someone even said that the individual was sent by God. And all kind of thing. I'm like, what are they? I never know that politics and religion gets intertwined so much to the point where yes, some people are saying that like they are suggesting that he might be the second coming of Christ. I guess it's some kind of blasphemy. No, people, this is just weird, but listen, we're still calling the individual name to get views and money still, so. Exactly. All right. Speaking of revenue leaving the country, did you realize that most of the tourists that come to most of the money from tourism, it doesn't even touch Jamaica, much less to stay in Jamaica? Because when persons are booking their vacations, where do you think that booking is done? That booking is done right there on the internet. So on probably Expedia, Booking.com, or there are a few others that they do their bookings. That money goes straight into the, well, not straight into, because I guess it would go to Expedia first and then it's related to the respective properties and so on. It goes to their merchant account, which more than likely is held in some bank outside of Jamaica, so that those funds never come to Jamaica. So it doesn't matter. So if one books a trip to Jamaica, pay for their flight and their hotel stay, maybe let's say it's $3,000. That $3,000 probably never touches Jamaica. Possibly if they come to Jamaica and let's say they pay to go on some tour, or they might go outside, or maybe buy some craft items, which that is that's been taken over by some non-Jamaicans at this point also. That might be where a little bit of trickling goes into the Jamaican economy, but most of it, it's definitely not in Jamaica. But then we think that we're benefiting, and then when you look at how much persons are being paid to work in these hotels, You wonder. You really wonder what is going on. So imagine you look at a hotel, won't call any names, and one room for one night, probably $500, might be $1,000, who knows? But then that room for one night values so much. But then when you look at what a worker is being paid, that worker is being paid $100 for an entire week. And that worker is providing service for so many persons inside that hotel. So who gets all of this? Who gets all of this money? Less than exactly, all right. US Canadian, exactly what it is. Definitely it goes into some US or Canadian bank. That drops the value of exactly what it is. Less than $6 will reach Jamaican, exactly. But then they expect that Jamaicans should be appreciative of tourism and all that. And no, we cannot blame the guests, because the guest has nothing to do with this. The guests think that, sometimes the guests might think that, well, some of these workers are well taken care of, but it's absolutely not the case. Juliana, what's up? How are you doing? Big up yourself. Thanks for coming. Thank you very much for dropping a comment. Jamaica think government is gonna automatically do the right thing. You must set standards and unions in place to protect workers. All right, that is the thing about it. Jamaicans at this point, from ever since I've been observing these things, even as a child growing up, you realize that persons seem to be so political, so they care about the political parties more than they care about themselves. And if there is one or a few persons who seem to care about themselves, they begin to label those persons as troublemakers and all that, when at the end of the day, you're just looking out for yourself. So, for example, me being here on YouTube, as a content creator, deciding that, well, I'm going to create content. So instead of me going to work for some company in Jamaica that's not going to pay me anything. I mean, I do work other places on the internet, but we will talk about that at another point. But anyway, so me deciding that, you know what, I'm going into the global market. Here I'm doing YouTube, and there are other places that I do other things on the internet, all right, to get paid. Persons might look at me as a sellout, but then am I not looking out for my best interest? Because at the end of the day, I want to get paid, I want to live good. So why am I going to subject myself to work in conditions, in less than ideal conditions, with pay that rivals what one would probably get in the 1800s? Because I want to be patriotic. Why be patriotic to a place that seemingly has no care for me? That's the thing that's going on. That is why the rich will always be rich and the poor will always be poor. All right. Thanks to that, Juliana. Smith 677 said, LMAO, you're playing you people like a fiddle. Well, not me. Like me say, you notice I am here on the internet doing what I do. It's our government to be blamed, all right? I live in first world country, so we know how country is supposed to run. Jamaicans don't listen, head tough. A true man, subjecting yourself to harm and mental slavery. Exactly. If all these workers were to get up and talk, then maybe things will be better. But one person can't make a difference. Well, it will start with one person. But some persons like to depend on politicians. They are happy to be able to buy some KFC on Friday, or wait until the school year starts or close to September, they go and visit the politician, tell the MP, say, you know, some more have to pay my the school fee. You can't give me one voucher. You can't give me one this. You can't give me one that. But what about you being able to pay your own school fee? Why do you need to be going to visit a politician? So because, and then some of them might be like, oh, you know, the politician do this to me and the politician do that for me. But then, if you were paid properly, you would not need to go and ask the politician for anything. And the strange thing about it is that Jamaica is so close to the US and Canada. And most Jamaicans have relatives and friends in these places, or may even have visited these places. And when we look at how these places operate, do we not realize that we're way behind? So, if I can go to the US or any one of these other countries, and I see the way people live, and I know of the salaries that these persons get, and then when I return to Jamaica, I am being paid peanuts. Why would I be happy for that when I would have first hand, or even if not first hand, even if you were not there in person, but you would know of persons who are there, and you know about this life, but then you're happy with how you're treated in Jamaica. You know, persons might be very surprised of this. I mean, and you know, there are persons on the live stream who might say that I am unpatriotic, but like I say, I'm in a business, just like how me call Andrew Holness name come I want to get money. But when I tell no lie though, I visited quite a number of countries. I'd say I visited 7 countries. And well, if you want at Jamaica, you can say 8, but 7 countries outside of Jamaica. And suppose me tell you people, you know, say, and we're not talking about natural resources and all that, just life in general, just, you know, typical everyday things that, you know, people experience. From what? From my perspective, just my opinion. Jamaica the worst one, you know. Me never gonna other country where me have to drive, where you have to skip through pothole and them type of thing that are persons go to the hospital and they have to wait for days to get a bed, even weeks to get a bed. Persons sitting inside in a wheelchair and all that. I have never seen that before. None of the countries that I have visited, I've never seen anything like that. Or you have police collecting money from people, because bribe money for ticket and all them type of madness. I never see that in no other country. And there are many other things that I could mention. Courtney Bennett, big up yourself. Thanks for coming. Courtney Bennett says, good afternoon. I am a contract worker from the last 32 years. No, I never hear Andrew mention one thing about the contract workers, yet PMP leaders always do. The people get the government, they vote. Okay. 4 terms suffering low. Alright, the C. Smith said Marcus Garvey is one person that made a difference. So that is flat out lie. Solution. Yeah, exactly. Marcus Garvey not only made an impact across the world, but that was one man that valued education, a man that valued reading, a man that valued confidence in oneself, and thought about an entire race. Although this is not, right now, this situation in Jamaica is not necessarily about race. I don't want to get there to be talking about race overall, but I mean, if we had adopted Marcus Garvey's principles, Jamaica would not be the way it is right now. Sure about that. Jamaica is like a survival obstacle course LMAO. After 3 months, I am out. I love my Canada privilege. All right, that is what me I try to tell you. Say, I have visited a number of other countries. Enough people at Jamaica never visit all of these places. All right, and Jamaica the worst one. Me can tell you that. You understand? Jamaica the only place my fear. Look over my shoulder. You understand me? I say, me I go up on the road. Me have my phone, me feel I probably can't walk a certain place or me can't take out my laptop and all of them madness there. And you know why these things, I mean, look on it like this. You think you're ever there in a foreign, I won't say foreign, I'm talking about the US. Of course, there when you, I mean, foreign is once you're outside of your country, but we know what Jamaicans call foreign, all right? You think I will ever be anywhere in the US and I feel look out if somebody I got thief my phone, or somebody I got thief my laptop. Me just walk around with that anywhere me feel like. If I out and I want to take out my laptop, nobody not all right. We know you might have the type of people that might thief phone, but we're not going to mention those persons, all right? And those are not the typical persons. You understand? There, them people that will thief your things and go sell it. Them probably will thief all the iPhone and go sell it for $2 and them thing there. So we know those type of persons, but we're not even gonna mention those. But those are not the typical persons. But in Jamaica, you can't walk around in the thing in peace. And you know why? Because it is so difficult for persons to acquire these things. So it's like somebody will thief your phone, then will thief your laptop, and it's like, what are the reason for this? Because look, see at the end of the day, right now we're living in a global space. And there are so many ways how persons can earn money on the internet. So why sit down and be subjected to Jamaica salaries when you can literally go online and probably earn 10 times the amount that you would have earned in Jamaica, maybe doing the same job? So let me cite an example right here. So there are so many call centers in Jamaica right now. There's one point when call centers used to pay a decent amount of money. Not right now, many, many years ago. That is when it wasn't fashionable and persons didn't even know what it was. But then, why would I, in this day and age, go and work in a call center when you can do the same thing from your house? There are so many platforms, so many websites that you can sign up for from your house. Use the same internet that you use to go on TikTok and YouTube and whatever, and work and get paid. Get paid in other currencies. Other currencies that value much more, such as euros, pounds, US, and so on. And these are legitimate opportunities. But persons are not using the internet properly. And also, the persons who are in charge, they are not suggesting that these opportunities exist, because I'm sure that they know about them, but they are not looking in that direction. They are more talking about building call centers and all that. When if you have a call center, one, to commute to work is going to probably take you, well, depending on where you are, but the commute to work is going to take time, it's going to take energy and all that. So when I say energy, I'm talking about fuel. So whether you drive or whatever it is, all of that, roads congested and all that, when you could use technology and do the same work from home. You have different websites. You have freelancer.com, you have fiverr.com, you have upwork.com, and a few other. And there are some other independent websites. You have Deal and others that you can literally work from home, but persons are choosing to go to work in Jamaica to get $16,000 per week, when maybe you could have gotten $16,000 per day or even more. But this is not a live stream to be talking about that. So whoever wants to take that information and run with it, of course you can definitely go ahead and do that, all right? But not the live stream to be talking about that, all that right now. But then also we're here on YouTube. Now, YouTube, you can make money from YouTube. So there's ad revenue to be earned on YouTube. And I find that there are so many YouTubers who are, well, while I am not a big YouTuber, but they... Alright, so Dan says, people lost their life for their own phones. Yes, many times. Alright, you see it? Exactly what me I talk about. Alright, so make we... Dan says, talk the truth, brother. Who's going to pay your bills? Only you people, even cash and died because of those potholes. Alright? I was in a public hospital in a wheelchair for 2 days. Went to the bathroom. When I came back, the wheelchair no. The plot thickens. It get worse now. But I forgot just this. Because foreign have not exactly. So that is the idea. We want to create a system where there are less have-nots. So if more people have, nobody no want to thief nothing. And even if you steal it, who are you going to sell it to? Because you think anyone is going to risk their freedom and their reputation to go buy a thieving phone from you? It not go happen. People lost the... Alright. Alright, Dancer, I am done with Jamaica if the situation doesn't change. Too many in the hospitals because of... Alright. And you know where that comes from? Dirty things, all type of bacteria and all type of something, because they are not sanitizing the place properly. Because I even heard something recently that was so strange. And I'm like, no, but this cannot be real. I'm like, no, this cannot be real. We have heard that nurses are finishing their shift. Their bus is taking them home. Nurses and other hospital workers are going home. And on the same bus where they are being transported, they are also transporting dirty linen and all that. And I'm like, hold on there. So you transporting dirty linen on the same bus where the nurses are so... You know what I would like to know? How often do these persons who work in these hospitals get sick? And also their family members, because when them go home, I mean, you can just imagine how contaminated they are. Because even when you hear like there's a shortage of gloves in the hospital and things like that, it is just so unbelievable. Man can't move again. Alright, you see it? No, just imagine. Because what you're talking about, I never hear of, person's wheelchair gone still. But what I hear about is that people there at the hospital for over a week, 2 weeks, and I cheer them in. And I'm like, but this is inhumane condition. This is unbelievable. Because I am healthy. And to sit for, to sit for an hour, it's difficult. Much less you're not feeling well and you're going to sit for days. And persons are going to tell me that Jamaica is in a good state. And then recently, well. C. Smith here forward from Hot Topic, so I think, yeah. I see Smith here. You're coming from Hot Topic, so you know exactly what is happening. Recently, there was a... Because over on a topic, I always discuss all these things that happen, And sometimes when you hear them, you wonder. But anyway, there was a thing where the Minister of Health, Christopherton, was in halfway tree in the transportation center asking, people about, they allow people to ask him any question. Or, just come and talk to him. And a man tell him, say, him not rate him again. Because him go to the hospital and him couldn't get a bed, and he must send a bed now in the hospital. Which of course the man never mean zero beds. Christoph then get up and I tell him say, oh, that is not true, and trying to tell the man that, trying to blame the man and the citizens and saying that persons should be responsible for their own health. So you think anyone tries to get sick? And also, if you're going to be so responsible for your own health and try to, be perfect like that, eat healthy and all that, are we making the type of money in Jamaica to eat healthy? Not even the water them will come out of the pipe them good anyway. So, if you're going to buy water and try to buy food that's healthy, eating non-processed food, whole grains and all that. The people, how much we a pound of yam? A pound last time I check a pound of yellow yam, I must be about $600, Speaking of that, I have a video on my channel where it was a few months ago where I showed what I got for $5,000. So I spent $5,000 and I showed all that I was able to purchase for $5,000. And you're going to sorry about that, people. So you're going to tell me that $5,000 can barely buy nothing in the hospital, and think about it, a person who it's not hospital at the market, alright? Matter of fact, I'm gonna send you the link, you probably can go check it out at some other point, and I'm not even trying to advertise a video or anything, but it's just that this actually came up, so I'm gonna send the video come going, so you can see exactly what I'm buy a few months ago for 5,000 Jamaican dollars. And just imagine trying to feed a family with that. It was just a small amount of things. And this is in Kingston, so imagine in other places, because I hear that places like Westmoreland, things are so expensive out there in places like Westmoreland. So think about it. And then I see if I can grab the link for the video. I'm going to send it come going so you can see exactly what I talk about. So, check it out whenever you can or whenever you want. Imagine 5,000 Jamaican dollar. And basically it look like I'm not getting nothing in at the market. And I'm like, this is just crazy. So, alright, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Alright. So I'm gonna drop the link there. Yeah, man, that's a video that was done a while back. So you can check it out in our one time. 1 million complaint, no organized plan. Alright, see the thing is, Jamaica is in a state where, alright, look at it like this. I can state the problems that I observe, but I cannot create a solution for so many persons. I can create a solution for myself and for persons who I know, but I cannot create a solution for the entire nation. Well, I'm a YouTuber now, of course, so I can say things that will probably help a few persons, but how many persons are watching my videos, and also how many persons are willing to make the effort? Because you'll have persons, complaining and all that, but then are they willing to? Because when politics time comes around, and the politicians, they come and they are telling you that, oh, they want this and they are going to do this and they are going to do that. Persons are not asking them, I would say, the difficult questions. Persons more care about how the person look, or how the person talk, and how the person dress and all that. They don't care about the policies that's gonna make their life better. Or you might have persons talking about All the dog in my yard are PNP, all the dog in my yard are Labour, right? Now, when persons are going to have that type of attitude, that is leading down a very slippery slope, because you're not looking at who is the better person at that particular point to do the job. You're just voting based on sentiments. And you see it? It's just, the whole thing just don't make no sense. Or you might hear persons that are telling you that you're bad mind. That is the next thing. You're like, oh, you're bad mind the Prime Minister. Like, really? So, what you mean? Or, the reason why I came up with this topic to say that I am calling the Prime Minister's name to get views, because many times persons would come on my live streams, not necessarily my videos, because I don't really make videos about this, but I would be on a live streams, and a person would come and say, oh, you have to stop calling the man name on the too bad mind now. So, hold on there. So somebody's spending my money. So, me not have no right to talk about it. You understand me? I say the pay that he's getting, it's my money. You understand me? I say I contributed to that, and I should be cautious, or I should, not say what I want to say. I should not state my opinion on how they are operating, because often, I'm wondering. I wonder if this thing with how Jamaica is, I wonder if it's a case where it's, the tribalism from Africa coming over into Jamaica, where persons just feel like, well, I am this and I am sticking to this, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what, or it doesn't matter how. Because how can you say that even the dog in my yard are Labour, right, or the dog in my yard are PNP? No. Or because your grandmother or your great-grandmother or whoever voted for a certain political party, you're going to continue voting for that party. Do they realize that the person who was leading that party at that particular time is not the same person leading that party now? Also, the policies of that era is not the same policies right now, because things have definitely changed. And also the knowledge that you're foreparent, whether you're, like I said, grandmother, great-grandmother, or whomever, the knowledge that they have, or their priorities at that point, is not the same that you have right now. So why would you let your grandparent or great-grandparent decision influence your ideas 50 years in the future? That just really don't seem to make sense to me. But who am I? Alright, make me read two comment again. Hold on, so I can make you. Hold on, I can get a call in. Hold on. We have a calling number. I never really planned for that, So let me see if I can cook up something quickly. Let me see if I can cook up a quick calling. Alright. Don wants to call in. Alright, let me see. May I try to cook up a quick call and I don't want to use me. Of course, I'm not going to use my personal number, definitely. I'm not going to use that publicly. I'm going to cook up a quick call in for you. Because I should have thought about that. Alright, so Dan said, I don't know what's going to happen in Jamaica. Get know what the big note. Alright, let me see how we can get this number. Let's see. How do I do this? right now. Alright, so we're gonna cook up a calling right now, alright? That's a temporary thing. Let me, because I wasn't really prepared for that, but of course I'm definitely gonna set that up right now, seeing that it has been requested. Alright, you still have alright, this is it. So I grab this from here. So I'm doing the technical setup for the calling right now. Alright, so do the technical setup. Here we go. Alright, people, in the meantime, please like up the live and remember to subscribe to the channel and keep the comments coming. And do you think, in the meantime, do you think Andrew Holness is doing a good job? And do you think I'm doing something wrong by calling his? Alright. Alright, just running a quick technical setup to get this taken care of. Alright, still working on this right here. Like I said, I don't want to use my personal number for this. Alright, settings. Nope. Alright, see it here? Alright, here we go. It's almost ready. Alright. Is this the correct? Yep. Alright, so that's what it is. So make we grab this. So anyway, people, in the meantime, you think, go in the comment section. Alright, copy that. No, we don't want none of that. Transfer, skip. No, we're not skip nothing. Alright. So like I say, people, we call Andrew Holness name because we want to get views, but no, we don't want this. Shows and skip that. Alright, so we have a number. Alright, no, we are talking because we want to get views, but we are talking the truth. That is the thing, you know. We're not telling a lie. We're not lying. Alright, so we have the number. I have the number ready. Make we type in the number right here on the chat. Alright, so it's we're typing in the number right here on the chat. So it's 1876 563 1876 563 7348. Alright, you see the number? Yeah, man, you can call in right now on that number. So Dan, whenever you're ready, you can call in on that number. Alright, so while we so by the way, people, I mean, I don't know who is here, who is watching from inside Jamaica, but when you look at that minimum wage in Jamaica, 17,000 or 18,000, whatever it is, did you realize that the minimum, because you know so many Jamaicans are in New York, you realize that the minimum wage in New York is $16 per hour? How? When you calculate, when you work out $16 per hour, put that in Jamaican dollars, how much is that? We'll do a quick calculation. Pull up my calculator and check that right away. Calculator, so it's 16 by exchange rate at how much? 160? Alright, roughly 160. So you realize that that would work out to $2,560 per hour. So a person who is in Jamaica working for 17,000 per week, I wonder how long would they take to work $2,560. Alright, we'll do a quick check. So if you're making 18,000 per, sorry, not 18 but 17,000 per week, and you divide that by 40, you know 40 hours in the work week, so you're making $425 per hour. So that's imagine, so it's, so the person in New York for 1 hour would work in Jamaican dollars, it would work out to $2,560, while in Jamaica the person doing a similar job would get $425. So that person in Jamaica would have to work out this, so that's 2,560 divided by 425. So that person would have to work 6.02 hours, so roughly 6 hours to get 1 hour's pay. And you want to, so imagine in Jamaica you want to buy lunch, so you just want to buy, just buy some normal lunch, nothing too fancy. You probably can, I mean probably about $1,000 or so to get a decent lunch. It could be more, but I could just, you know, go conservative. So imagine you have to work more than 2 hours in order to buy lunch. So I could calculate the lunch now. So let's say $1,000 for lunch. So you divide that by 400 and 1,000 divide that by 425. So a person working minimum wage in Jamaica would have to work 2.35 hours. So 2 hours and 20 minutes. Well, 2.33 would be, yeah, so 2 hours and 20 minutes in order to be able to buy some cooked food. So after you work that, and then when you take out your bus fare out of that, how does that work? People, you see why I tell you say them politicians take the people them for fool? These politicians really take the people them for fool. Alright, 5637348. Alright, but double check it. Let me double check it right now, just to be sure. Double checking it right now. It should be it, but let's see. So the number here is 563-7348. Is that what I typed? 563. Yeah, man. 876-563-7348. it's definitely on WhatsApp. I don't know what's going on. Looking at it right here, and it's actually just set it up. Literally just set it up. Welcome to speaker page on YouTube, bro. Good job. Yeah man, Dan. Thank you very much for that, man. Alright, that's weird that it's not coming up. It could be a case where it takes a while to be populated. But alright. Let's see. Alright, try it again now. Try it again. I noticed there are some things popping because I literally just set it up. So you can go ahead and try it again. Let's see if it works this time. I wonder if Juliana is still around. Big up yourself, Juliana. Thank you very much for coming. I wonder if Young T is still around. Young T, big up. And those are fellow content creators. So, just a big them up. But definitely we appreciate everyone who is here. In fact. Alright, so we got a call right here. Let's test this out. My first call from Dan. Hello, Dan. Yeah, Dan, how are you doing?
Make a plug in this thing here. Not bad at all.
Alright, can you please turn that down in the background? It's giving a feedback.
I have to turn this down. Hold on. You hear me better now?
Yeah, definitely can hear you better.
Yeah, welcome to the Truth Speaker group.
Okay, cool.
There's a lot of us. They go on YouTube and say the amount of bloggers.
Yeah, man, I'm always watching these vlogs. I'm always watching them.
Alright. Let me tell you how this thing goes. A lot of them would start out. They start out like you, but the thing is, right? Anyone you want to choose by listening, and you listen and hear what they're about, if they must speak the same truth like you, and then you link up with them for come on their page and then introduce you to the audience and tell themselves to support you, and that's how you get the thing there. The what you call it now? The listenership. Your number grow. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So all of them start out. All of them. I mean, tell you, them number grow because guess what now? It link it like it go around. Because the same set of people listen to all the bloggers, the PMP bloggers, and we know them and they know my name coming on. Yeah, sound like you have loads of me. You have Ratigan on Saturday, you have Ratigan on Wednesday night sometime too. You have Andre. You see them there, right?
Yeah, man. I listen to them. I always listen. From a long time, I listen to them.
So you link up with one of them, who you choose, and tell them what, you're about to, your channel too. Because we're all truth speaker, we're not telling a lie, and the facts we deal with, right?
Yeah, man, that's true.
So, we are very vocal on the situation that is happening in Jamaica.
By the way, just one moment. Chat, can you hear clearly? Just checking in if you can hear the caller clearly. Just drop a comment and let me know if you can hear the caller clearly. Yeah, go ahead.
And then I'm very vocal on all of them. Them call me Miss Philly or teacher. Because when you come on to Jamaica, I have to defend the voiceless and talk against the situation that is happening there. It's terrible what's going on. And the Prime Minister and those who are calling him the 1 p.m. still and the best Prime Minister, something is wrong with them. Because how can they don't want us to talk. They say we're selling out Jamaica. They say we are lying. And they know the facts are there. And these are some of them who are suffering, who voted for him, who collected the money, because he did not win that election. He stole it. And they know it. The money is done. They are suffering. It's a diaspora.
All right, just one moment. Kill up, big up yourself. Thank you very much for confirming and welcome back. And big up to everyone else in the chat. All right, continue.
Before I go further, you see the number? You must put that number all the time, because you see, like the bloggers, all of them have a calling number. It's interactive. You want to hear the views of the callers and have dialogue. After you come on, you present what you have, and then you say, okay, you give a little time for calling in and so on. That's how, we interact and so on and talk our mind and what have you. So it's a good thing I tell you about the number.
Okay, because to be honest, although I am speaking this publicly, this is not really a political channel, so to speak. I am just literally talking the truth. Like, I am not supporting. No, just hold on. No, there's nothing wrong with what you're saying. I'm just saying that it's not necessarily a political channel. It's just a channel on which I speak the truth. Generally, I do other stuff. But then when I realize the situation that's happening in Jamaica, and I'm like, you know what? I will do my normal videos that has nothing to do with politics. But when I go live, I will speak about the situation that's happening in Jamaica. Because honestly, I never really want to talk about things like this, because at the end of the day,
A lot of other bloggers didn't want to until they get 6 minutes, because guess why? You have to make your voices heard, and it's not really right now. The condition as it reached, we are talking about the P and the J. Yes, it might belong to a particular party, but put the color aside, because I think the 30th, there's going to be a big get-together demonstration peacefully. We argue for peaceful demonstration right into Portmore right there, so now go ahead. Right?
Okay.
I'm from Portmore too. I am from Portmore in Jamaica. So right there, the square right out there, pure white, no color, pure white. And also, everybody bring a white candle.
Okay.
To light, and our prayer meeting right out there. The other day, in last month, there was a demonstration in Alfred Tree. It wasn't color, you wear yellow. We are showing them that it's not about the politics, it's about Jamaica. We're talking about Jamaica and the condition, because a lot of people, before the election, was hoping that things changed, that they could return. They want to go home. They're here long enough. They want to go home. They have to start looking other places, other countries to go.
Exactly.
You can't go down there, because if you're somebody with all diabetes and all these things that you go down there, you're going dead. They have no medicine. They don't even have a needle to give you injection.
Exactly.
The nurses demonstrate more than one time. They talk. The minister of health want to blame the nurses. No. Look how you mash up a top-notch hospital that train people, train doctors and nurses. Mash up. They demonstrated the other day, and one came on one of the bloggers program, one of the doctors, and she speak.
Yeah, that's
head nurse. The nurse that spoke to Andrew.
Yes.
It's my niece's aunt. Her name is Dawn like me.
Wow.
Wait, take this call. Let the call out. This is a local call. I'm talking. And this is a channel to call. No, I'm not going to answer this one right now. We'll finish.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, chat, we have Dawn on the line speaking
You're
about...
there?
Yeah, man, I'm here.
Yeah, let the call out. Yeah. But they say I don't answer this stuff. Okay, right. I'm back, okay?
Okay.
Yes. So it's Jamaica we're talking about, and the people don't have a voice. You can't get so much things from Melissa situation for the people, and you distribute to your people. JP, no, any leader wins. Just like being a president here, you take care of everybody.
Exactly. That is the thing.
Non-partisan. Non-partisan. That's how you operate. You can't just give to your constituency and you forget the other people. You are dividing the country.
That
And they realize now, voting for Jamaica, you see what he says? Vote for Jamaica as if there's two Jamaica. One Jamaica.
that is
This
exactly what.
man knows what he's doing. And to hell now. Hell no. I make up my mind. I talk and I talk. I don't care when I get on the air. Because it's truth. And if you can't be a truth speaker, something is wrong with you intellectually. Because guess why? It takes a lot for someone to stand up and speak the truth. And every time I talk about this, I remember my ancestors, the national heroes, Martin Luther King, and all these people, blood, sweat, and tears for us, Madela and me, can have equality. Eh? So you want to come change the narrative right now? It's like you're insulting those people. It
Exactly.
can't work. And we are not going to stand for it now. We are militant. There was a high day out there because there was a press conference. And all the bloggers were out. And the people came out on the air. And we speak our mind. And we're not going to draw back. We're not going to. It has to change. The people are suffering. The rules and laws that he's coming up with, and he is a lawbreaker. And I tell him all the time. I tell him he's a criminal.
All right, hold on. No, we can't say that. I am not going down that road.
Yeah, put all your thing there.
I am not.
I'm telling you what I say. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm telling you what I say. Put up your disclaimer.
Well,
and I tell him he can come up here for me. And whatever Pegasus, whatever I'm have to spy, he have to ask Donald Trump for me. Because of the truth may I speak. It's the truth. And this is it. You know, it's only because you guys, you have your thing there, and then because of YouTube and what have you, and you have to follow the rules and the guidelines and everything, yes. But aside from that, it's truth.
all right, so note
the disclaimer,
the views expressed by
it's
the
true.
caller is not
Alright.
necessarily those of
Aside from
Tropical
that,
Nomad
it's true.
TV.
It's true. Anyway, how can you don't want to include the opposition when it's two parties in the country forever? Others come, it don't go nowhere. You understand me too? They're a part of government. When it's not one, it's the other. And if my own now be the truth, me a talk to,
Yeah.
me a go talk to it, not right.
At the end of the day, people want to live good. People don't care about, some people at least. Well, whoever is sensible don't care about whoever is the Prime Minister. I always say that even if a robot is the Prime Minister, once the robot is doing a good job, I don't really care. Because whoever is the Prime Minister, whoever is the leader, it doesn't matter. You just want to be able to live good. You want to be able, if you go to the hospital, you want to be treated. You want to know that there is medication, there is whatever. Because sometimes these people don't understand. Even if you have your money to do whatever, you could be out and meeting an accident. They are going to take you exactly to the nearest hospital. They won't even know who you are. Not everyone is a celebrity. Not everyone is popular. So they take you to that hospital where you're not going to be treated properly. You might possibly be given.
You don't have what to treat your brother. They don't have it. And he's blaming them, and that's why they all roll out and come out and talk. And now he shuts up. You know that week, I don't cut it. He was in Afro bus park interviewing people.
I actually saw it on Hot Topic where
He's so damn daring.
a man came out and told him, "Me not rate you because there are no beds in the hospital." I heard the video on Hot Topic. And he was now trying
to take responsibility for nothing.
Yeah, he was trying to blame the citizens, saying that their health is their responsibility. But I mean, people do get sick. At some point, persons are gonna get sick. So what are you gonna?
You know what I'm gonna call for? Some of my programs are on when I finish with you. Are going on. I am going to ask them. We need to have a list of how many persons die in the hospital. The total came out today, the babies. 24 babies have died since most of last year to this year. Right? But more than that, we are just talking from last year to this year, 24. There is more, because that tally I remember once was, before the year began, was over 200. Okay? So, there's a lot of people died. Up to last weekend, 2 ladies came on one of the programs crying how their parents died.
Every time I come on live and talk about these things, there is always someone different to relate some story, whether it's them being in the hospital or some family member and so on, being in the hospital for days without a bed. And the man was in halfway through saying the same thing, and I doubt if that man was on my live stream. Okay. And I personally know persons who have called me saying that they're in the hospital and they have not gotten a bed. They are just there sitting in a chair. Now, even if you are at work, because at one point I worked in an office, and while in the office you got breaks. You didn't just sit there, because I mean it's not healthy. You can develop blood clots and all that. So imagine if you're not feeling well, and you're just there sitting for not 1 day, not 1 hour, but for a week and more. You're just sitting. I mean, that's definitely inhumane.
The nurses are walking over dead bodies. They're stepping over dead bodies. They have he's one of those friend of theirs who was, I think, a counselor. I think he was here in the US, and I don't know if I deport him, but anyway, I'm going to set up business. One of them colleagues. And he has a funeral parlor. They were saying the health minister has one too. And they don't give the people and their relatives that a chance to choose where they want their relative to go. They take them to either of them.
Wow.
And that should be under investigation. Yes.
That's definitely if that's
under investigation. Yes. They say he has a funeral parlor, the Minister of Health, and also that man, I'm not going to call his name, but he's a part of them and a JLP. Then there was at the Spanish Hospital, there was this doctor there, so-called doctor, for 10 years.
Well,
how did he get there giving medication? And to the end, they found out that he was no doctor at all. How did he get there?
When you
what
hear,
was the CEO doing?
When you hear of a situation, I'm sure if this was the US, the hospital would have been sued. Because anyone who that person treated, even if nothing happened to you, you could have sued the hospital.
Well, you don't know how many people by that got medication from him and died. That was not recorded.
Exactly. And
somebody spilled it on what? His name was Clark. His last name.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
He was before the court. I must get some time. And by the time they're giving me, should have gotten more.
Yeah, exactly. That is like that is such a serious situation. I mean, that is serious. that is like a national security situation, because I mean anyone can go to many persons go to the hospital.
I am asking if Rubio could just go down to Jamaica and put some stability there, because let me tell you, I have friends who relative going there just for a broken leg and an accident and die. Septic. No treatment, not at all, and he's there. Till infection, when infection reach your lungs, that kind of infection in your brain, you must die. Some other young people die, young mothers die, people's mother die there. So I go ask them to get a tally. I went beyond on this help man because he's just moving like, oh, it's life as usual. When he should be doing what he was doing, he was abroad promoting book that he write and all over the place.
Exactly, going to the World Cup, because I even saw him at the World Cup.
All right. One medical drill cost $33,000. The man puts it in for $33 million. I am going to ask too some things I have to argue about. Did he pay back that money? Did he pay back that money? Why did you privatize the health sector? You did not get it like that. You and your friends. Where is the money that was allocated from the health ministry? What has it done? Them same have business in another country. Some hospital that is partnership with building. I don't know. That's what they say. Those things must be investigated. Where did the money go? Why did your hospital come to what it is? How much for $40 million, something another? Oh, huh? Everybody just come doing what they didn't. No accountability, no check and balance, no receipts. Look what Vaz do for the bus school soon open. A country can't run like this.
Exactly.
It is so much.
Like I have
the situation is paramount.
I have visited a few places, and I can tell you that Jamaica is the worst of them. The worst road.
And Jamaica could be the top model, because I didn't know that so much money was in Jamaica till the other day, and all those money that Andrew got for all STEM school and all of that. And what? He has 28 bank accounts. Your statutory deduction cannot be declared. Why? How did you come by those money? But the people must be blamed too, because you must see that know when your life is being enhanced, right? Look for the people who means you well, right? And when it comes to education and healthcare, if you can't get that from a government, then you know it's a no-no. You keep voting in the same people, and they end up rich. And you are still poor, taking the crumbs when you could have had a full plate.
Exactly. All right. I remember one time what. Sorry, can you hear me? Don, are you still there? I left Don still. Don, can you hear me clearly?
I'm listening.
Yeah, all right. So I remember one time I was in the US, and I was staying at someone's house, and they were not feeling well, and in the middle of the night they literally called the ambulance. The ambulance showed up outside. I saw the police out there and some fire service, and they literally came inside the house, and not well, just the medical persons. They came inside the house, and they literally treated my friend right there in her bed. They had all of that stuff, and they asked questions, because we had to answer some questions, because she was in a position where she couldn't really speak that much. So they were asking so how long has she felt like this? When was the last time she ate? And all that stuff. And they logged all of that information onto their, it was a tablet or a laptop, don't remember what it was. And they did all that. They even gave her medication right there and assured that, well, she's going to be okay, but if there's anything, don't hesitate to call them back and all that. And they were really, and this was like at 3 o'clock in the morning. You try call an ambulance in Jamaica, even try call an ambulance at midday. And no, my friend is not rich. My friend is just a normal person. As a matter of fact, my friend is an immigrant from Jamaica. So she's not even from
in any country, and that is why you're supposed. People in Jamaica believe that they're granting them a favor. Oh, me get water. No, it's their duty to provide that and more, because you pay your taxes, which is paying them.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Exactly, because look at it. It doesn't even matter. All right, for example, we know the types of things that are happening in the US right now, but you think any leader of it doesn't matter who, you think they can mess with people's water or anything like that? That cannot happen. Never.
Irrespective of what is happening here, me still thank God for Uncle Sam back here. They couldn't manage it. We couldn't take that to Jamaica. We couldn't manage that.
Listen, you're there at Jamaica and you're just there home, water gone. No explanation. Water gone for days.
2, 3 days, 1 week, and don't they have to see Papa? Don't have 4 years, me no go down there, because the last time I go down there, it come like a tar me at out. If me never have the tank, me don't know what me that they do. No, sir. Me can't take it down there with the heat and no water. Can't manage
exactly.
it.
And people and some persons feel like this is normal because how can I not have water? Take out everything else, but how can I not have water in my pipe? Some people for years, no water in them pipe, but yet still you are going to vote for the person who was in charge. I mean, at least vote for somebody else. Because,
I understand them, that them are idiots. God forbid for say, but that's true. Because them say, oh, look what he did the last election. And look how long some of them are suffer. No water, no this, no that. Same thing, no health care. And he just come on, fool them. And give them a little money and look there, them gone back to square one. And here I'm talking about 4 term, the same thing he tend to do. But this time the buck stop right here.
Exactly.
Right, that's right about stop. Oh.
Kellap, big up yourself. Kellap said, chat GPT say, definition of neglect is the failure to give proper care, attention, or responsibility to a person, animal, object, or duty resulting in harm or the risk of harm. All right, yes, Kellap, big up yourself. Thanks for that input, definitely.
And the boys take over Jamaica like Jamaica belong to the two of them, and they're rich. And then, the thing I spoke on yesterday on one of those bloggers, keep mashing down with those people's property. How many people out there homeless, because they might go from parish to parish and tear down the people, them nice built houses, Though the fact that they live on the land for years and not paying anything. Jamaica economy right now is in a recession. Then, think about, say, okay, gaining some money. All right, parcel up the lands, give it to the people, let them start paying their taxes and buy the land. That's money into the government treasury. You bulldoze the people them house. Then some of these people throw some breeder partner, you see, because Jamaica love people, they love them partner, and they throw partner big, 2, 3, and and them have relatives now will back them up. With all them holy pass steel and them kind of something which is so expensive. You put down the house them. With all the children, them, a wickedness that.
Yeah, man, because I have never seen anything like not on this scale. Because in order for you to demolish persons' houses like that, you'd have to get a court order, go through a long process. You wouldn't see this on a wide scale where I hear of one situation out there in St. Thomas a few years ago. You heard about Bernard Lodge and many other places.
St. Thomas is just recently, because I know the area. I used to live in St. Thomas, and it's a nice lookout for truth, and it's like a little residential area, like on the hills. Who you think him going to put there? Only for people them sworn in, and this citizenship from Israel and China, me there. So them, the people they want the land and something, him want to go sell it to them because him don't damn love money already, right? Privatize all the beach, them and all kind of something. So Jamaica is going to full of live there, engineers to their country. We look like fools. Don't own anything. Don't own anything. And they will not look, man, and see where they are at this point in time.
Because what's going to happen with all these? What's going to happen with all these persons, these new persons in the country will come with a whole heap of money. It's going to price Jamaican people out of the market for everything, because of course.
That's what I'm saying, and it's happening already. It starts happening, and then when you bulldoze Portmore, I'm close to that area because I have a home out there. It's you understand that is his wife own it. And I really to that papa. Some nice house building. And 1 minute I see them bulldoze because that did almost done it beautiful. Me don't know what they may not do with that one. Me don't know if they may not pay, but them the person them back or what. But here should the land affair. Did she buy it? We need paper for sure. With all these land, these minister of government going around and taking all charges. 120 of the acre have in a St. Thomas Day for 1,000 Jamaican dollar. What can go so?
Want some strings.
Oh, Jesus, have mercy. And the people them where they live on it, him go there, send police go bother the people them, the police. And he did go up there to they run him and tell him to go on, you all know if you left here and go on. So, he did send police. They don't buy these lands. They don't buy it. All of them now start with this. All of them, you know. All of them police are there. Land grabbing. Land grabbing.
Yeah, man,
Taking land. A friend of mine yesterday from St. James, she's a nurse here, we're talking yesterday. She said normally one time you could have did just to somebody we know have land, like 5,000 US dollar, you get a nice piece of land. She said that no day again, me try, me can't get none. All right.
Yeah, man, because like I was saying, you have people are coming in with way more money. So that means the prices are going to increase because it's a similar thing happening in Mexico, you know, but it's in a different way how they had this freelancing visa where persons could travel to Mexico. And if they are able to, so let's say they are working online and so on, so they won't get a job from within that economy. So they would come there making a whole heap of money. So because of that, the rent prices of those areas in Mexico go. So when you have these foreigners come to Jamaica with a whole heap of money, nobody know want rent in a Jamaican again. Why would you rent to a Jamaican when the Jamaican is good?
Jamaica is very hard to pay for when you rent it right now. Very, very hard. Very hard. Some prices and. Yeah, tell them, man, me don't know what's wrong with Jamaica people. Me don't know if we could afford so.
Man, me don't know it. It look like so the man that's some kind of trance.
There with the Indian guru, the man in the long white frock there. I am the Indian guru.
So the
Indian guru where they mix up with and then something there in there, something there with the website, the fake website and all that. Me have to go to 9 o'clock. Andrea, come tell me some more. I want to go on with that same thing there.
All right,
we hear a whole heap now.
You see with that website, one of the things that I find really strange, remember that is a .gov website. So how can you have a regular person? Because as far as I know, he's a regular person in charge. Remember, he's not a member of the government, and you have this person in charge of a .gov website and say them own it. Because how it could have worked, you know, what they could have done, they could have...
Wait. Interject, the .gov, anything to do with Jamaica. You know, say we learned last night on our Andre program because they are investigating a lot of stuff. The .gov, them say the .gov only people, them are going to get paid right now for nothing at all because everything is this website. If you pay your light bill, it goes to this Indian website.
Yeah, man.
Be frightened when you hear that. One talk.
Those are not .gov. Those are private, but the .gov domain is only governments alone can get those. For example, you and I can go on any one of those hosting domains like GoDaddy, Google, or whichever one of them, and actually buy a domain. However, you can buy a .com, a .org, and all that, but a .gov, that is where, you know, the government have their information on. So for you to give custody of that to a person who is not a member of the government, is not even a national of the country. Yes, and well, this person definitely wasn't born in Jamaica. Why would you give that person?
No, him give the tall one citizenship. He got citizenship, I understand, over here now.
Okay.
The taller one.
And in addition,
we can't call him name, but the tall one.
That's fine, but the next thing is that, so you give this person access to all this. What kind of security clearance does this person have? Remember enough. For example, you go on all right. So let's say you are applying for a visa. Let's say you're in Jamaica and you're applying for a visa and so on. At them kind of website there, you know. So for example, you know, you go up on one of them US visa website or one of them stuff that will have something to do with the US government, is basically it's the Jamaican equivalent of that. You understand? Why would you want to have just a regular person having access to that? And what else do they have access to? Is it only that?
They have access right now to all the people information.
Yeah, this thing
All
is
of that is out there.
this is a very scary thing. Sometimes it makes you wonder.
I never say anything, so my brother, and that's why I never include the opposition, because he know what he was about to. But you see, God, him like ugly, you know, and that's why everything come out the way it come out, you know, because is the parliament, the something like the accounts committee, they had to speak because the questions were asked and they had to answer. That's why it came out that this government does not own the site.
Because look, I have never seen a country do something like that. Because remember, after the hurricane, you know, vloggers and entertainers and all that were contributing and, you know, taking donations and all that.
Jamaica and other countries run out, man. Them run out good, may I tell you.
But all of a sudden, we hear the government competing with vloggers, saying that, oh, don't donate to these persons. The only place you should donate is support Jamaica.
Right.
I'm like,
okay.
Hold on. So why are you competing with vloggers?
True. Yes.
Why would you not just allow vloggers to do what they're doing? And who wants to donate to a vlogger, donate to a vlogger. But you directly competing with vloggers. I mean, it's like they're doing crowdfunding.
Mm-hmm.
Because
he knew what he was about to. That's why he did it.
If you're doing crowdfunding, I mean, the thing to do is to go and GoFundMe or one of those kind of websites. Why would you go create your own? I mean, because if they had created a GoFundMe, there wouldn't be a situation where people are saying that, oh, you know, potentially their information was exposed. And by the way, this is not the first time something like this is happening. The last time it didn't have anything to do with money, because the last time it was in, you know, when the place was locked down a few years ago.
That was COVID.
Yeah. But this time, it now includes person's financial information. Because just imagine you put your credit card on that website. You probably hear right now.
You probably go upon it, because we have to change up everything, you know.
Listen, you see, in Jamaica right now, because you know them say all these things are digital in Jamaica. If me have to pay something, me have a card where me know say, well, I only put money on that just to pay for whatever I am paying for. But there is no way that I am putting my card with my real money on any of those websites, because anytime anything can go missing, and there is
because no matter what, my friend, they are going to keep back some stuff. They're not going to give it over, because they say they have given the government 1 year, right? You remember hearing that? 1 year. So that 1 year expire, whatever.
No, well, I don't think it expired yet, man. But
you know, expired?
No, remember I said Melissa was in end of October, so I guess the website was built in November. So it's this year, November, more than likely. It will.
I thought it was built before.
No, so
it's after Melissa.
Yeah, man. Because they claim that it was a rush thing and all that. So that is the excuse they use to say why it...
we don't even know if that is even true.
Yeah, but like I say, if I am building a website, all right, let's say I go on one of these websites to get a website built. The person who is building the website, at the end of the process, they hand over the codes to me, so they wouldn't have access to it.
Right.
So why would
still own it?
So why would a government Why would a government have someone owning their website? There is no need for that. So
that's dangerous.
It don't make no sense. I have never heard of anything like that with any government doing this. You pay the person for build the website. Then when it's done, it's yours.
They hand it over because you pay them, right?
Exactly. But why is it that you paid? Well, they claim that it was donated to them, but why did the government have to get somebody to donate a website?
Only polite, but the truth is going to eventually come up, because this is not a Jamaica thing locally. If you say the judicial down there, because you can't get no justice from them down there. This is an FBI situation. This is American other countries that has donated. This is an FBI situation, and that community must remember. We can't tell you, say, them not sleep here. They not get no peaceful sleep since that came out.
Because to be honest, I was coming on this live stream and honestly I didn't even remember about that because every day is something happening in Jamaica. Luckily you brought that up. Because just imagine, because I mean, not only just regular persons using their credit cards to donate, but what about, I mean, there might even be like a corporate company. You know how corporate companies are when it comes to...
it came out to some other big organization.
Yeah, so you using one of those companies that have access to millions of dollars donating on the Jamaican, on that website. Because once you see .gov, you're going to be like, okay, this is safe. This is automatically safe. You're not thinking about anything else because you know that the .gov domain, it is definitely safe.
I bang around me dear and Nancy Webbing farm, but let me tell you something. You see, no matter what you're doing in a life wrong, you know, one day the bottom I go drop out. Every day the bucket I got the well. See, drop out there now. Yeah, this is a FBI thing. And yet last night the people were getting advice what to do. The people who donate, go to the bank, let the bank know you have donated to such and such website. Now you realize this fake, fictitious, and you would like to get back your money. No, remember, you know, Canada, England, all over, USA, Switzerland, everybody. I want to read from that. But the thing is, to alert the FBI.
The thing is that this is going to be a problem for the country. That is the thing, you know, because...
For the country and who do it?
Yeah, because what will happen now, you might find that Jamaicans can't use... All right, for example, I am in Jamaica and I cannot get super chats. And it's because of the problem with the banking system where certain things are not done properly, and this are gonna make it even worse because that's the reason why there is no super chat button on this. Just like I can't use Stripe, I can't fully utilize PayPal and all them kind of stuff.
No, the other bloggers, they got it, but it was not. I think there's something that they have to do.
No man, you can
ensure because
you can change it, but
people, you
can make certain changes.
But it's not just like ordinary easy like that because too much is going on.
Exactly, and these are things, because imagine, as a vlogger, as a regular vlogger, you have nothing to do with all this, but things that are done by persons in leadership are affecting you when you have nothing whatsoever to do with it.
Definitely. And you know, it never come out, no matter how they ask him to come on the shows and talk and explain, never come up because I don't know. You see, when you practice to tell a lie, you're not going to remember all of the lie them. And somewhere along the line, the truth will come out, and that's what he's fearing. Because we have had him like that. Going up, like him a go say, okay, I'll launch off something or whatever I go get. And right there. Because guess what? These are the digital days. So people have things stored and can go retrieve it.
Exactly. Speaking of that, all right. Well, and I cannot say that this is a lie, but I remember the Minister of, I think it's the Minister of Information, one of them was talking about this website where this person said, oh, the website was developed by Jamaica, by the Jamaican government, and then now we're hearing that the developers of the website.
Female one?
Yes.
Oh, let me get the name up here. Dana Morris was just a Minister of Education, so she had doctorate. Dana Morris.
So, I say, how could she say that? But then
it was on, you know, it was on yesterday. They put her up, and I think today, I don't know if it is down. Oh, she lied to the people.
No, well, I am not saying she lied, because lie would mean that she would have had intent and she would have knowledge of it to know that this was, I don't know.
I can say she lied because I heard all of the press things she comes out with. And what you say is true. She was talking about the website. I know it's owned by Jamaica and all of that. She did.
Yeah, she said exactly that. That is on video.
She lied.
Like me say, I don't know if she lied, because lie would mean that
you can't
she
say,
don't know.
You can't say. She said, I gave her the name Mophead. Dana Morris, she lied to the Jamaican people. She did, and she knows she does.
But the weird thing about it
Anything
is...
I have facts for, I speak out. When I don't have the facts, I go research.
The weird thing about all this is like, did they really expect to get away with all this, knowing that we're in the
Yes,
digital
they did,
age?
because he thought he got away with the SSL. He thought he got away with SSL. So I said it on the air. He thought he got away before now. He thought he got away with SSL because it's on the investigation. And it's the same diaspora people had way money in there, may I tell you. But some of the people them, because they don't want people to know who they are, not retired teacher who have 80-something million in there. She lost everything. And she's of age. A lot of people in the diaspora lost money in it, and locally, and some of those persons are deported right now and have nothing to go back home to. That is not fair. He thought he would have gotten away. So the others, compliances with all of that situation, go to Canada, Cross-Skill and all of them. Everybody knows so we can call out the name. People them report to FBI. FBI asked that they go back to Jamaica. They went, so them say them arrest them down there. By the Friday evening weekend, I don't know, Jamaica, I know it's not in the Constitution that you get bail during the holiday or on the weekends. They got bail. And Jean Panton, going 4 years now, she's still locked up. The only woman into it. She's now in a wheelchair.
Wow.
No bail.
That is...
Our lawyer applied, no bail. They applied the other day. I don't hear anything about that. I don't know. I must go research it too. But I know she's not out. So I don't know if they denied her bail again. And they are walking free. And they strike again in another, just this week, we were on the news thing, come on, news flash, breaking news. They strike again in another Caribbean country. The only country they didn't go to is Miss Motley, Barbados country. All the Caribbean countries they're going through doing the same thing. So I know sooner or later, who's supposed to get them will get them. And we'll get all the a whole heap of people are frightened right now, may I tell you. Because you have compliances with them as well.
This is a very scary situation. Like right now, Jamaica needs help.
Totally. And you can't. Everybody down there, I say it loud and clear, is in his pocket. I call out the former DPP. She's supposed to be ambassador now here. And I tell her, hurry up and come. Because you know you're changing. You know you're not clean. So next thing, come. Because they might need you. All right? The new one that took over, I call out. How can you be in that chair? So much funds left behind. That should have dealt with. But because they're not government, you get some money, you put it down and put them in a 513. Huh? You hear the kids are trying Jamaica? You hear anybody get sentenced?
No, something. So
I know sooner or later, I tell her, loud and clear on the air, do your job. Make sure your character remains clean. No follow nobody. No take no money. No make them buy you out. Because at the end of the day, what will be your legacy? Attain character after you go to school and all of that and move up the ladder? No. I said, she can, if cases to be tried and she have them there dilly-dally. Very spoken. And then you know, you can be charged with the reelection of duty for getting paid and you're not doing your job. People must know their constitutional rights. They must know civics. But them take out of school for making people them dons. Go read. But they know the average Jamaicans can't read. So that's why they take some of them before. Yeah, no, you're right. So it's all right again, show. That's what he's a former retired FBI, and he's also a top lawyer here in the U.S. He has his law firm. and things. And he takes the time and a pay the man gets to come teach us. Enough things people never know because people's eyes are open. One time in Parliament I convened, anybody interested in know Parliament or what? Hey. Then that, so them used to come tell you anything. No, everybody know log on. Everybody want to know what on. So this is it. This is why things are turning. God bless you, bloggers, who see the need to, and we who are truth speakers, we don't care, we not hide. Once we get our facts right, if you're not sure, go research.
Because
and come and talk. They can't do you anything because you have your right to speak, your democratic right to speak.
If things were good in Jamaica, I would never be doing this. I would just be doing my normal videos. Because like I said, I don't do videos like this. Like I literally one day I'm like, no, but this thing gone too far. This is just too much.
They are suffering down there. Me go down there the last time to 2021. Me spent $10,000. Me I look say, oh God, after me not even get all the way me want. Then I beginning to realize what the people were saying. Then you can imagine now, people going back to buy 3 slices of bread, $20 toothpaste, island out. You remember them time they island out one little plastic bag?
Them things that happen right
Cooking
now.
oil?
That is it. Those are the things that are happening.
That they gone back to.
But it's some.
And you know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go on talk.
No man, some persons seem to be very happy with it because some of those persons are the same ones who are running up and down. And all right, for example, on election day, I was out. I am not registered to vote, so I was just out as a vlogger, just minding my own business, recording a video just for the purpose. And I observed these persons out and about and the way how they were carrying on. I'm like, wait.
Oh, me if you tell you, I'm collecting money, you know. I'm collecting it. Hey, it don't know, you know. Now they vote for Jamaica, I give them that. Hey, you know much people come on the platform, them and them come on the largest one like Rattigan and Andre, the ones that they know have a lot of people at 1 point something. Because tonight, Andre, I got flood tonight at 1.3 people from every part of the world. Jamaica's get all about, you know.
Yeah.
And other persons who are interested in Jamaica. Yeah, and I can tell you, when you hear the things that is taking place in Jamaica, and when Andre lashed them so, if think how much time they carry him to court and can't win him. Because the facts are there. When them are trying to shut him down. But we behind them, you know. Every blogger that is a truth speaker, I'm not talking about color. Every blogger that is a truth speaker, we're there behind them. We not left them. So I will leave with them if I go carry that court. See them come up here now with voice note. When a crucial thing like this happen, that's an AI situation. So voice note for voice note, we get them. So we play the one. I don't know if you remember when Rosie did come out with that one, they were them bound on the people them house, Western Kingston, and them have the money, the people them taxpayers money I share up and I get that one and I get it. So and them a come against her because she not do it, them a do and all of that. She said she gonna make sure the PNP get back the seat. And she talk up the things them so we just give them back them voice note. We don't stop playing them. They knew that this was gonna come with this false website, and it's a big deal. So they come for counteract now. Because I listened to Miss Rhoda, she Sunday now, calling and say, look here, come do some fact check. Go listen to her and do the fact check. That's why them have this thing today, the conference. Yeah, that's why they had the conference. Because the thing she was saying, so them get money and now use it and take it and all of that. And I said, what? Something like that? Yeah, man. Come from all of the blood of them, so go listen, you know. Uno go listen, play it back if it don't, and go listen. And the PMP must do some fact check. Because here the allegation. Just how they come out of the meeting this morning. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah, man, they tell them, I say, take a note, you know. We go on them chats. We go on them chats and listen. Take scene, I'm afraid. Yeah. And so come here at that meeting now this morning to declare what is really happening. And I don't hear nobody say nothing after that.
Okay.
I don't hear them say nothing after that. Fact check, man. Fact check. So all of the councillors and the mayors run out and make everybody know, Jamaica know, how much money they get to spend. They have receipts and all of that.
Yeah, well, we keep listening. We keep listening and observe what is happening and reporting on it as much as best as we can. We'll
if I had education earlier, I would be a politician, but not a dirty one. Politics is good. Politics was in heaven. But it's the people who does the wrong thing. You have to have governance, my dear. Yeah. Jesus, he turned over the work table, everything when they in there gamble. And they get mad.
No, but the thing is,
politics is good.
The things that's happening in Jamaica, I don't even call that governance. That just seems like something different.
Oh God, I wonder to myself, where is the leader of Jamaica and the rest of them who follow back at him on that side? Where's their humanity? Everybody a thief. Look how much of them before the Integrity Commission. And then they want to turn against the Integrity Commission for bringing them to truth. We stand with them. They want that now for go in a FID. No, it don't belong there. That is in the entire Caribbean. Something like what we have, Integrity Commission, to hold leaders accountable. He gave his good army to when Imam Mark Wolin and the rest of people them sit and bring it into being and pass the bill. Now he wants to take out the part that says in it, illicit. The part where we deal with him situation,
No, but him supposed to know, sir.
Illicit part, he want that to come out.
Them supposed to know, sir, at the end of the day, you decide that you want to be a politician. If you never want nobody in your business, don't become a politician. That is simply it,
Right.
That's a simple
thing. You want the part to come out to suit him. Who you think you be, sir?
No,
big nose man, who you think you be?
But this supposed to apply to anybody. It doesn't even matter if you are...
Anybody across the board.
Even 20 years from now, 50 years from now. The law is the law, so it shouldn't be based on who is in power or anything like that. It should just apply in all cases.
Of course. Yes. In one part where say enrichment, illicit enrichment to be struck out. And put the people them on his side, the laborers, under 70 years gag order. You ever hear anything like that? 70 years.
So 70 years. So how would that work? Because by the time that the person dead, so where you gonna go dig them up out of them grave and go lock down, go try them?
70 years. When you hear a leader does that, then you know where they are going. You're not after hawks. 70 years. And put the nurse ready to, and then they put the doctor, them the people, them just put that aside and come out and talk. Because he can't charge them because we are going to be behind them.
So hold on.
They can't charge them for that.
So hold on. So you tell me the nurses have a gag order? What?
And the doctors, they put them, that's why it took so long for things to come out. They suffered under it. One of the doctors, she come on Andrew program last week, she said they have to take them own money.
Yeah, man, I heard that. I actually heard that.
All right. So you know me not lie. Right. All right.
Yes, she's the one who was talking about the situation where the doctors had to work 12 hours one day, next day 8, next day 12, and they had to be encountering with raw sewage running through where they're staying. I can tell you personally, if I was in that situation, me not gonna work. That me I tell you, I am not going.
But then again, it's true they don't have another means out and they need to pay their bills and children to go to school and all of these type of things. That's why they took the situation. But they eventually came out and one time and they demonstrate about the situation, then they start blame them. Him no want take no blame for anything, and he knows that he's responsible. $80 million that Minister of Health took and give to one of his girlfriends. All of them are come up, so them have company, and they same one are getting back the government contract. And it's $80 million went into that company, and you don't see what it has done for Jamaica. You know, see no fruits from it, nothing, no labor, no nothing. This money must be paid back. $80 million, you know what we call him? Punani Minister. Anytime anybody in the chat, we never call the name prop. If him is tough time, something is going to beside the name. Because that's true. Punani Minister. Ah, Jesus, that's how Jamaica taxpayers' money have been wasted and washed. You see that Indian man? He got Jamaica poor and him brought me rich. No, he has done no job in Jamaica the time he is there to be that rich. He's holding the money for the big nose man.
Hey, them.
Right. He's holding the money for him. That's why I'm giving citizenship.
So,
Not even know Jamaica no time to be that rich.
So that because if he was that good, he's supposed to be in Silicon Valley with whatever technology.
Remember all the money for the big nose man. You better leave Jamaica. You better go back home. You must go home.
But if you're that,
no, make this there come send him home.
If you're that big into technology, you shouldn't be a little Jamaica. What you do at Jamaica?
Alright.
Silicon Valley is supposed to run one of them top websites, you know, Microsoft, Google, one of them places. And the thing is, when I see these websites...
They have so much interest in Jamaica. No, it make them have so much interest in Jamaica because they are washing Jamaica money.
When I see the website, them not even build good. Me look on them website, them I say, well, on there, but I understand this, how them website look so.
Let me tell you something what's going to happen here now. Because, you know, this is definitely an FBI situation. Then you want to tell me, I must be sorry for this person. I must be sorry for them. The whole of them are free. You say, all the one when you're weekly, me are wonderful. This is some of the money come from making him so rich. What you do with 20 hours? Which party I work at Jamaica for to get 20 hours? So 20 property? They couldn't stop attack where him own. I said, what? Someone can't go, sir? He needs to say where he got those.
There's a 20 houses.
And them still in parliament. Still in parliament. Anything can go, sir? The rule is, don't you step aside until the investigation is done?
That is
right, don't you? All right. Which party in the world ever hear this? You can't fire anybody because that's why I bring back Dalrymple too, because she was charged. And all of these people that get messed up, he circulate them back because he messed up himself already. And I him say money fire him with Petrodram's situation and him bring him back now and look there. So they are covering for each other, but for how long? Because right now, everything just this. Me know say America know already, but this just put the icing on the cake now with this false website and so much billions of dollars, and the people them don't they need it. So it they can't room right there, so they know. So me tell you they're not sleeping, Papa. Brother, they're not sleeping, and when them go down, that they cannot be found.
No, this is one where this website thing gone too far, honestly.
He shouldn't have done it, and he knows why he done it, and I talk it on the air, I don't care. Before, he knows what he is doing, because you know, say, he shouldn't did go there, so you have a lot of competent people in Jamaica who, them are IT guru, where can, look, you have the technology college there, university there, at Jamaica. Them people could have built a website, man. Why you gone there, so? Why? Why you go there? You know what you're doing. You know. The intention of doing what he does. Me I tell it, not gonna be pretty for him. And I say, the same bangle where I go bangle him must bangle the wife. And and it must have the Jamaica logo on it. So every time they look on it, they remember what they did to the people of Jamaica and Jamaica.
Yeah, but I hear so Dan.
She know what's going on. She know.
Yeah, man, Dan. So you know it was great talking to you. You are the first ever caller on the channel. So you know, big up for that.
Thank you. It's a wonderful conversation. You know what's going on down there, brother? Keep it up. It's not no color here.
No, we're not. It's the right. Do color. I never vote. I never vote yet, you know. I
voted, but it doesn't matter. I speak in the truth, any side.
Because at the end of the day,
if you can speak the truth on one side, if you speak the truth on the other.
Listen, I don't care about color. These are real things that are happening. The bad road, them, the hospital, them, all of them are real situations. I'm not business about a politician, because I actually know persons who are on that side.
What you think there? Let me can go over and tell them and put it in a chat for them start support you too.
Oh, the people.
Give me something you use. Tropical Nomad TV.
Tropical Nomad TV.
Let me write it down. Tropical. And you must go on one of them here.
Yeah, man, we'll make a link, man, for the hot topic.
Advertise yourself. Yeah, man, and them you go show you get so crowd over there because the whole of river from one to the other, because we know them time them coming up and go 3 on there right now. Yeah. And let me tell you, because of that, me get extra phone and tap it.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I listen out 2, 3 one time.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing what I say.
Yeah, see there 1, 2, 3, 4 on my tablet.
Okay.
Sometimes I can't go on TV.
So like you're a real avid supporter.
Of all of them, truth speakers, all of them advocating for Jamaica. Don't you listen it on your ear? No. Yeah, we're advocating for Jamaica, the voiceless man. We don't want our country run so. We don't want that. You can't get access to beach and all of that. No can go so. Appear foreigner, everything a foreigner. We look like we are nobody in our own country. You're mad, man.
That is
only lawsuit filed already in a court, about the beach, man. So one only lawsuit, them have to deal with it now. Oh, don't play with them.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling people them will die. Don't sue the country itself with no money because they think vote the whole of it. Sue the leader and sue the health minister. Them they fi so, alright. Same so.
Yeah, man, so big up and thank you very much for calling in. Or we'll catch up on next time. So thanks again.
Yes, God bless you.
Yeah, man, alright.
Take care.
Yep.
Alright. Hang up that.
So people, that was done. Quite a long conversation. The first caller ever on the channel. See, it look like a bunch of people jump off, but we're there still. In the meantime, people, please remember to subscribe to the channel. So yes, here on the live stream. Go in the comment section and tell me if you think Andrew Holness is doing a good job. Alright, hold on the people. Soon be back. Just hold on 1 minute. So chat, we're there. We're there again, sorry for that. Hope you all can hear me anyway. So this evening we're here calling Andrew Holness name because I want to get views. But while we're doing that, we're still talking the truth. So not telling a lie. By the way, views expressed by any caller or anyone in the comment section are not necessarily those of Tropical Nomad TV. Of course, persons are allowed to express their own opinion, so you know how that go. So by the way, so like I said, we have a bunch of persons who left comments and we definitely appreciate that. So we're calling Andrew Holness name because we want to make money. So you can tell him for call back with name too. I'm a rich by a morning. But still in the meantime, you know, no lies are being told. We're definitely always speaking the truth. So it's my channel and it's my mouth, and once you're not saying anything illegal, we're good. Anyway, people, in the meantime, please keep the comments coming, and of course subscribe to the channel. And if you're just checking in, you probably can go back and go watch from earlier. Yes, people. So anyway, in the meantime, I'm gonna Like I say, people, in the meantime, I'm gonna check out of the live stream, and I sure do appreciate everyone for coming. So, you know, we have Kellap, we have Dan who called in, I have who else? We have Smith 6777. We have quite a number of persons who called in and who commented. We have Julian Sewell Blogs, big up. We have Young DT, big up. We have Courtney Bennett, big up yourself too. See who else again? 'Cause we have quite a number of comments here, man. Many comments, and we have be more. This does happen in my city in the US, alright? Alright. So we have many commenters, and some are not even showing up right here. So, but we definitely appreciate everyone. Alright, and we have Elvat Club too. Alright, me see who else drop comments. So everyone who commented, everyone who checked in on the live stream anyway. So you don't know, people, of course it's Tropical Nomad TV. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And right now I am checking out.